When these columns are blank, notes use the default values, which means they play at full volume with no panning or delay. The default value for volume is 80, which might seem odd since the values range from 00 to 7F. 80 works the same as 7F, it's just quicker to type in when changing values. If you want a specific value to be automatically inserted into the volume column, then you can enable this option here. It actually says vel, meaning velocity, which is how hard a note is played. And when referring to the volume column, velocity and volume are the same thing. An instrument's character can respond to the velocity, or volume, making it sound different at different values. Plugins and MIDI synths can support this behaviour, and Renoise also has its own version with key zones and velocity trackers. When it comes to plugins and MIDI synths though, they won't be affected by later changes in the volume column unless they support polyphonic aftertouch. The default panning value is 40, with values above that up to 80, panning sounds to the right, and values below that, down to 00, panning to the left. The panning column will have no effect on the sound of plugins and MIDI synths at all. A value in the volume or panning column will have an instant effect. If you want to gradually change things, then these extra commands will do so over the course of the line. The volume and panning columns can also make use of some commands from the FX columns. We'll cover exactly what they do in their relevant sections, but you should know that while some work exactly the same, others have less options or less resolution. The delay column delays the activation of both notes and note offs, with values ranging from 0, no delay, to FF, which results in the note being delayed until immediately before the next line. Entering a delay after a note will have no effect by itself. You can, however, use it to delay the activation of commands in the volume and panning columns. Commands in the local and master effects columns are unaffected by this, with the exception of retrigger.